Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Geek Dhaba. Today, we're going to be discussing our Oscar nomination wins picks ish. And joining me today are going to be Mubarak, Junaid, and Yamna. And with our cast and crew and our ensemble already, let's get started and open this dhaba. Now, the Oscars just around the corner. Thoughts, guys? We just sat through all of the movies this past week.
I would like to add, this has been the most excruciating week of 2022 so far.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Not that bad.
I mean, it's been an interesting week to say the least. We've had a lot of reviews coming out back and forth, and I think I'll be the first one to say this: the Oscar choices aren't that good this year.
I agree with you.
By the way, before you go forward, be sure to check out the rest of our reviews. We've covered all the Oscar ones this whole week. Be sure to check them. They're going to be on our channel, on our Facebook page. Check them out. Yeah, the selection. Interesting, I would say. And I mean that very honestly.
Oh, God. I honestly don't know what to say. Some of these movies made me cry from just not from because they were a good movie, just because why am I watching this while I cry?
The movies were overhyped. Some of them were so severely overhyped that I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to enjoy watching this, like Power of the Dog. And I was like, oh yes, I'm going to enjoy watching it, like Benedict Cumberbatch. Yes, oh my God, yes. And then when I watched it, at the very end of it, I was just done. I thought the worst movie I've watched in this whole roster was Licorice Pizza, but then like Power of the Dog defeated it to the ground. There were some really good
nominations. 12.
Dhaba. I will have to say that the director of Power of the Dog is, I think, the first female director to get an Oscar-nominated movie for Best Picture. And I think she's also the first one to receive more than one movie nominations. I think one of her other movies was also nominated previously in another category. So she's the first one to get 2 nominations. So props to her. We have to celebrate that. Another one is Drive My Car. It's the first, I think, Japanese movie to be nominated for a Best Picture in the Oscars. And the movie that did not expect to be good ended up being amazing, like King Richard, Belfast. Coda, there was some buzz about it that, it was at a festival and I picked it up and there was a buzz, there was some buzz, but I was okay. But if anything, my top favorites were Coda, Belfast, Drive My Car, King Richard. I personally want Drive My Car to win. And why is that? You should watch our video where we review Drive My Car. It's a beautiful movie. I personally want Drive My Car to win, and I think Coda will win. I don't think Power of the Dog will now win. Assumably, I thought because of all of the hype, it might win, but given that it has 12 nominations, I think it might win in the other nomination categories, but I don't think it's going to win Best Picture. I have a feeling it's Coda. And if it's Coda, I will be so happy. If it's Drive My Car, I would be even happier, but I wouldn't be disappointed if Coda got the win. So, up to you guys now.
JD?
Okay. I'm having confused thoughts regarding this. The thing is, all the movies should have had less length, because most of the movies were just stretched. I've repeated this in every review. And Some of them don't even deserve to be there, to be very honest. I could name a lot of movies which should have been there and which should have been, I don't know. Most people will hate me for this, but The Power of Dog doesn't deserve to be there.
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch is overrated. I said it. Okay. So, there were two movies I didn't enjoy. Licorice Pizza. Don't screw me for the grammar. I hated it. No starting background, no proper story, just stretched for I don't know what reason, and no proper ending. Second, which I don't want to win, I didn't like Belfast because, again, it had a story, but it wasn't well established. Yani, it didn't have a proper flow. It was too hyped at some points and too left off in some points. But the top movies which I want that should win the best picture would be a tie between King Richard and Drive My Car. I really want Don't Look Up to win just because it has Leonardo DiCaprio, and I really want him to get Oscars for all the years which he missed. But I don't see an Oscar, especially for Best Picture, going to Don't Look Up. King Richard is a very high contender in this case because it's a sports biography picture. Most of the sports biography pictures get rewards. And this I have seen all over the years, and I believe it should win. But I think The Power of Dog will take some Oscars, which it shouldn't, especially for the Best Picture. So these are my picks. So Mubarak or Umar, anyone can take over.
I'll take it from here. With your Power of the Dog thingy in other categories, I agree that they are some good contenders, especially for the supporting actors and actresses. That's their contenders over there. But Best Picture, maybe not. I don't understand why they have 12 nominations. I'm not going to talk about that. But yeah, the selection this year was pretty. It was like lackluster. There's 3 good contenders in here, and then everything else is added just because they couldn't find anything. Probably no one wanted to campaign for their movie, and they're just like, okay, we'll just take whatever comes this way. Like, you look at Licorice Pizza, and you're just like, how did this even get here? And you're just like, forget it. I really like Coda. Coda is very strong contender, story-wise, for me. Drive My Car is really nicely done, but I feel that that's going to win the international one rather than the Best Picture. King Richard, I absolutely loved, but I feel that might not win, although I wanted to win. But for Best Actor, Will Smith, I believe that he should definitely win this year. Apart from that, there's nothing in here like for Best Picture. Like other categories, yeah, sure, but Best Picture, no, nothing else for me. Umair?
Thanks. Well, I'm gonna be kind of piling on to a lot of stuff. So for one, Drive My Car is a great film. Will it win Best Picture? No. International Picture? Yes. Mainly because Parasite won Best Picture a couple of years ago, and we all saw how that went. It was not well received. That win was not well received. The movie deserved the win, but overall, that win in an international film winning Best Picture was not considered such a good idea. So to avoid that fiasco, they won't give Drive My Car the Best Picture. Even if it deserves it, I won't say it does, but even if it did, it won't get it. Now, Coda, in my opinion, is the strongest movie out of all 10 of these, right? It is the movie that I enjoyed the most out of all of these movies, right? I enjoyed it from beginning to end. I genuinely welled up and cried in a couple of scenes that were just so beautiful, right? We discussed this me and Yumna discussed this in our review, the scene where they're on the tailgate and with her father and her, are just kind of talking. He says to sing for me and holds her throat while she sings. Just a beautiful moment. And in the end, when she signs the song that she's singing, both are just amazing moments for me. And like just like had me like all teary-eyed and like, yes, baby. And as I mentioned in that review as well, like it checks all the Oscar boxes: working class, American average Joe trying to make a living in America, the daughter who wants to pursue something against her family's wishes, the drive and the journey to get to whatever she wants. All of these are Oscar check boxes, right? And the fact that it's backed by a company like Apple makes it even more of a contender for me. That's the thing I want to win if I'm being realistic, right? I want Coda to win. Coda is the strongest movie out of all of these. That's what I want to win. But what I think will win is Power of the Dog. And why do I say Power of the Dog I think will win? Because the only other option that I think might win is West Side Story, and I don't think West Side Story should get the Oscar. Like, if I had to choose the top three contenders for the Oscar, it's Coda, Power of the Dog, and West Side Story, based solely on how I believe Oscar voters think. Right? Not on my personal opinion. Right? Mm-hmm. My personal opinion, best movies are Belfast, King Richard, and Coda. Right? But Power of the Dog, because it resonates, it's like an old Western 1925 era movie that kind of, some of those people were around during 1925. So it might be nostalgic for the Oscar voters. And West Side Story, again, I think because it is a movie that has won 12 Oscars in the past. Right? The original West Side Story won many Oscars. And now that it's backed by a powerhouse director with a blockbuster budget, might make it win an Oscar. Right? It has $100 million budget. Right? And it has Steven Spielberg behind it. Come on. Right?
Yeah.
Now, realistically speaking, I want Coda to win. I think Power of the Dog might take it, but I'm leaning more towards Coda. Power of the Dog, if nothing else, will win Best Direction. Right? In my opinion. And King Richard, Will Smith deserves the Oscar. I wanted my boy Andrew Garfield to get the Best Actor award for Tick, Tick, Boom, but I will happily accept Will Smith as the Best Actor winner. Right. Yeah. Everything else on this list, nothing good. Everything else on this list was all good.
I'd like to add something here, something interesting that I had thought of earlier. When Umair was talking about this Oscar checklist, I was thinking these the streaming selection that we have in here, Don't Look Up and Power of the Dog and Coda, like how do these fare in the Oscar selection thingy? Like, I don't know if, not to discount on Netflix and Apple TV making their own productions, but how do these fare as movies? Because these weren't cinematic releases. I feel that that's going to influence the Oscar selection committee vote or whatever, like eventually. Like, what do you guys think about that?
I agree with you. But the thing is that Coda was a film festival release before it became a streaming service release.
Yeah.
Right? Which makes Coda even, it's Sundance, exactly. It was featured in Sundance and a few other places. And Apple picked it up, exactly. So that makes it an even stronger contender because Oscar voters might have gotten this movie when the movie came out in Sundance.
Possibly, yeah. And then we got like stuff like Don't Look Up and Power of the Dog, both Netflix movies. That was interesting for me. Like, again, not to discount on Netflix's movie production and all that, but seriously, like they went for Netflix movies. Like I say that, but it sounds very like judgy. But I'm not judging. I'm just saying that I don't know how these Oscar people think.
Everybody can disagree with me on this. I'm willing to hear, but we're still in a pandemic era. How many movies honestly came out that you can say, oh yeah, this was a cinematic release and the Oscar voters have a wide selection to pick from? It's slim pickings, if I'm being honest. Why else do you think we have such a poor selection of Oscar movies?
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely the pandemic.
Thank you for censoring out the S word, which you're going to say.
Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think we have anything else to say about this beautiful selection of Oscar movies. But
let us know what you guys think would win. We have been getting responses on our poll, so thank you guys. Let's see if you guys are right or if we're right, who ends up being right, who ends up being wrong. Looking forward to it. And let us know what you think will win through the poll or comment down below.
And also let us know why you think it won't be licorice pizza.
I mean, I don't...
All right. Thanks.
If licorice pizza wins, I am saying this right now, I will sit here and I will eat like a whole pizza made out of licorice, like Omer said in our review, that he would rather eat like the pizza made of licorice. I will eat that pizza. I will make it and I will eat it. And we can publish this video here if licorice pizza wins. I'm saying this right now. And there's a big chance it will win because it's been really, really well received by critics. So, oh my God, I hope I'm not like throwing the hammer at my foot over here. But all the more reason why I'm hoping licorice pizza will not win now. Damn. But yeah.
I would volunteer to do that for Power of the Dog. You know,
No.
return to my Chinese ancestry.
No.
But not go there.
We discussed it in Yellow Jackets, Mubarak. We're not doing that again.
But anyways, thank you all for watching. And we'll see you next time. Hey, do you think we should put some money on this?